Hello everyone, on this video I'm going to talk to you about my anxiety, social anxiety, maybe my depression as well, and tell you how it affects me and how I kind of get through it or deal with it. And I'll try not make any cuts in this video because I get anxiety, lose my words and try and start over again. Okay, so I feel like I've had this anxiety since I started high school. When I say anxiety, I mean social anxiety, so worrying what people think of you too much, being unable to speak to people without nearly tearing up or getting a frog in your throat, I tend to mumble quite a lot, so if you're struggling to hear what I'm saying, there will be subtitles, because I do understand, as well as the accent if you're not from Scotland. So trying to make friends, kind of easy in school. They kind of came to me, I got a little bit of help with that. It's trying to keep the friends, asking them to come out, go and talk to them, especially as you get older. In high school it was easy because we all went out and played, it was big groups of people, it was really easy. But as I got older, my friends sort of drifted apart and I never really made the effort to contact them, and I kind of blamed them, even though it was mostly down to my anxiety, so that's one thing that's happened to me. Even answering the door or the phone, I hate it. Well, I hate the idea of it, but when I do it and get over and done with, I think to myself, why was that so hard? And I try and think of that every time it happens again, like the phone rings or the door goes. Just go, remember last time it was easy, there's nothing to worry about, it's all in your head. So it became a lot easier since I had that mindset. What else is there? I have trouble standing up for myself quite a lot. You have these good ideas in your head, what to say, what to do. In the moment, anxiety kicks in and you're frozen on the spot. Don't think I've ever found a way to get rid of that. I mean, I've never been to the doctor about it, never had any medication for it, because I believe it's all in my head. You have a positive mindset, and that has helped me on a few occasions. Even talking to my parents, there was a long time where I didn't speak to them, and the longer it went on and on and on, the harder it became, the more awkward it became. That kind of made me a bit depressed as well. The relationship with my dad kind of souring slightly. It's okay now, but back then, a couple of years ago, it became really bad contact wise. Eventually my dad reached out, we went, played pool, made it a regular thing. I explained to him how I felt, I got support from him. So, support from friends or family really does help, Also, friends. I told my best friend about it, don't worry if I don't contact you, I will eventually. If we don't speak for ages, we don't hold it against each other, we're still the same level of friendship no matter what. So good friends does help, and family. But you need to tell them about it. Be honest with yourself, be honest with them. When going out with friends, just even if you're in a depressive mood or in a bad mood, making them laugh, making them happy, just being there for them, making yourself feel like you have a purpose, that does help. It gets me out of bed when I'm really depressed. Some days I just can't get out of bed, can't be bothered, just want to lie there watching YouTube. Become a bad habit. It can become a bad habit to get out of. This is also the reason why I've started a YouTube channel, or two actually. There's one, my other one, Edinburgh Explorer, if you like walking tours. So, you know, yeah, that's why I decided to start YouTube. Gets me out of bed, gives me a purpose. If you enjoy this video or get something out of it, that'll make me happy. That's if you can put up with me and my constant mumbling, stuttering. But you know, the more I do this, the more videos I put out, the easier it will become, I believe. I'm actually quite impressed with myself how long I've managed to do this for. Yeah, the last thing about social anxiety, you know, when I'm out with friends, most of the time I'll be having a drink. You know, the anxiety just goes away completely. I become a completely different person, a completely new person. But you know, it shouldn't take that alcohol to make me feel, you know, normal. This is just my experience. I'm not saying that you should drink to get rid of it, but it does help a little bit when you're out, of course. So, the other thing was depression. I feel like it got really bad a couple of years ago. I feel like I'm out of it now, out of the dark space. I feel like I had struggling to talk to people. I had no friends. Well, I did have one friend, but he was in New Zealand, so I can only speak to him online, you know. I had all these, when I graduated high school, became old enough to drink, I was out every night making friends, you know, and obviously the alcohol helped. But as we got older and stopped going, we all got jobs, had children, got married, they all sort of drifted away, and I blamed them for not being friends with me anymore, so to speak. But turns out it's all down to me, the effort I didn't put in. So I got to a stage where I felt like I had no friends. I just thought, life's shit anyway, so why care? But I did care, it did make me depressed. Even now I feel like I've only got one proper friend. I speak to a few people, but I haven't spoken to them in a while. You know, I seem to be going through that cycle again of not speaking to people. Yeah, so the depression got so bad, well, to a point where the slightest thing would just make me tear up. And I just feel like, I just felt like I was on autopilot all day, all night. Especially night, because I do night shift, so I kind of felt like I was on autopilot with that as well, you know. Maybe that contributed to my mental state. To be honest, the only thing I think got me out of it was the birth of my daughter. You know, it seemed to have just sprung me into life. You know, made new friends, but we started going, for a long time we didn't go out drinking, but then we did again. Eventually we did. We met up with the same people we used to be friends with, made some new friends. So I was quite happy back then. This was 2 years ago. Yeah. I think that period sort of ended now, so I'm just back to having the one friend and other friends that kind of speak to each other once in a month or something, you know. But yeah, if it wasn't for the birth of my daughter, I don't know what would have got me out of this depressive state. But if you kind of push yourself to have a goal of just making somebody happy that day, or making one person laugh, even if it's online, it doesn't have to be in person, then I think that could help. It definitely helped me. Also, watching your favourite shows, it can be a bit addicting, but I think that does help. Or your favourite music, you know, I'm a big Star Trek fan, watch loads of that. That really helps me when I'm feeling down. I recently discovered K-pop. I love that to bits. That really helped me finding all these new artists. this new genre, so to speak. So, try finding something you love, something new, something fresh that might try and help you out of the sort of dark phase of depression. Never once have I ever thought about, the bad side of depression, the ultimate thing. I'm not going to say it on YouTube. I think you know what I mean. It might have crossed my mind a few times. Just contradicting myself there. Sorry. I've always thought, no, this is depression. As soon as I've had that first thought, no, I'm depressed, I'm going to try and get out of it. You need to accept that you are depressed. When you feel that way, it might help you out of it. So, I'm feeling myself mumbling here. I think I've run out of words about this subject. I don't think I'll do many more videos like this. Maybe if you comment below, I might have other topics to talk about, or answer your questions actually. So that's it for this video. So from me and this fat thing, goodbye.